Hi everyone, welcome to Awaken into Love. It is the place to be if you're looking for wisdom, support, education, compassion, and an incredible community of people from all around the world who experience the same exact thoughts, feelings, and sensations as you. Relationship OCD. Now, have you ever had the thought, do I really have relationship OCD? Or maybe I'm just with the wrong partner. Then this video is all for you. And if after this video you want more information on this topic, I'm going to be releasing a blog post within the next week. So you can get more information by going to awakenintolove.com, downloading the free ROCD checklist, and we'll send an email over to you when the blog post is ready. Now there are two disclaimers that I want to go over before I dive into this highly requested topic. The first is that all of these videos are specifically for educational and motivational purposes only. So please use these videos as a way to inform and educate yourself, as a way to deepen your healing with awakening into love. Now the second is that if you feel as though you're in a physically, emotionally, spiritually abusive relationship, then please disregard all of this information in this video and please seek professional help. Now I know ROCD way too well. I work with clients every day, course members every day, so I know exactly how it works. Throughout this video, you may be scanning and monitoring, hoping that everything that I say matches you. Because if it doesn't, your fear mind says, then what if I don't have ROCD? You most likely have noticed yourself watching these videos or reading other information with ROCD and going, okay, that's me, that's me, that's me. Oh wait, that's not me, that's not me. Oh my God, what if I don't have ROCD? The purpose of awakening into love and awakening into the human experience and to free ourselves from ROCD is to actually start normalizing any type of emotion, any type of feeling, any type of sensation, as it just being part of being human. And remembering that things aren't so black or white as it seems. And ultimately, we always have a choice within our relationship and within our life. So keep that in mind as you watch this video. You always have a choice. And with Awaken into Love, we want to empower you in a way where you use ROCD and you use your relationship as a means to become more connected, as a means to become more in love with each other, and ultimately more awakened within yourself. So how do you really know if you have relationship OCD or not? Well, a couple of different cues that may be helpful for you is that with someone who has relationship OCD is someone who experiences obsessive thoughts, perhaps intrusive thoughts, unwanted thoughts. They will most likely go through the OCD cycle. Well, they might have a trigger, they have a thought that causes them to go into obsessive thinking. In order to relieve themselves temporarily from the discomfort of the obsessive thinking or the unwanted thought or the intrusive thought, they will go into a compulsion. This compulsion can be something physical, where they are going out of their way to talk to a person and get reassurance that their partner is right. They might go on Google and check to see if they're in the right relationship. Or they might obsessively ruminate to try to find an answer, which can also be pure O, where they are obsessing as a compulsion. What will typically happen after that compulsion is that they will experience temporary relief. But what that compulsion does is it actually further deepens the OCD cycle. So that is also one way to know if someone experiences relationship OCD or not, when they are obsessing and going into a compulsion about their relationship. Others that can be really evident is experiencing a sense of urgency. When I say a sense of urgency, it means needing to know if the relationship is right or not immediately. Needing to have a sense of relief immediately. Say, for example, someone has an intrusive thought that comes in and says, I need to break up with my partner. A person with ROCD will take that and go, oh no, I can't have this thought. This thought is bad. What do I do to relieve myself from this thought? What if I need to break up with my partner? What if this thought is right? What if this is the truth? In that moment lies a sense of urgency. A person needs to know immediately and right away, or else they might experience a lot of discomfort, a lot of anxiety, a lot of guilt, and a lot of shame. So again, they might go into a compulsion, try to seek relief, or go into further obsessive compulsive thinking. Now, another part of having relationship OCD is having sensations. body sensations of anxiety. But anxiety doesn't have to look like the typical panic. It doesn't have to look like sweating. It doesn't have to look like pacing or running back and forth. Anxiety can also look like sitting and numbing ourselves out. It can look like avoiding. It can look like not eating. It can look like not sleeping, feeling dizzy, not having a sex drive. Anxiety doesn't have to look like the typical symptoms of anxiety, and that's something that can be really important when you're working with relationship OCD. I want to remind everyone that this anxiety, underlying the anxiety, is a need of control. It's a need of certainty. It's a need of trying to control the anxiety to a state where they feel 100% certainty, whether it's the black or white thinking, whether it's needing to know if the relationship is right or not, whether it's trying to escape the feelings of fear, hyper-responsibility, feeling that guilt or shame. But underneath is the deep feeling of losing control, of needing certainty, with a deep fear of losing their partner. The root comes down to the fear that something is wrong with me. Something must be wrong with me and something must be wrong with the relationship, and I need to find an answer right now or else I am doomed. I want to remind you right now, I want to remind you something really important. Someone without OCD, someone without these obsessive thoughts, someone without these anxieties can actually have the same exact thoughts as you, but not need an answer. They could go weeks, they could go months, they could even go years without needing certainty, without needing to know if the relationship is right or not, without needing to know if they're going to break up with their partner or not. They can go through time without experiencing anxiety over their relationship, without experiencing anxiety about their thoughts. They can go time without needing that sense of urgency. And that sense of urgency is something that continually drives OCD and our OCD as well. Now I'm going to take it a step further, because a lot of you asked me, well, Kiyomi, then how do I know if a relationship is right or not? What if my partner is really wrong for me? How do I even know? A couple things along the lines of knowing if a partner is wrong for you or not is to first ask yourself if your relationship really, truly has any red flags. I know that the obsessive mind can go into, well, what if this is really a red flag, and go back into false memories and think of all the past memories and notice if there was any red flags there. Pause and notice that. Push that aside right now and hone into what I'm saying. Red flag issues, meaning narcissism, abuse, physical, emotional, spiritual abuse, controlling, manipulation. And I mean deep manipulation. I mean constant manipulation. I mean constant narcissistic abuse. I mean pain and suffering. I mean that your partner is a constant bully to you. I mean that your partner cheats on you constantly. I mean that your partner is not nice, not okay with you, pushes you down, and is abusive to you. That is one way to first know if a relationship is wrong for you or not. Again, if you notice your mind going to, what about that one time? What about that one time? Pause, bring your awareness back. Because that's most likely the obsessive compulsive mind, going back, trying to figure out an answer in certainty, needing to know for 100% if the partner is healthy enough for you. Red flags, everyone. Red flags, big red flags, are a great way to know if a partner is wrong for you or not. If you've answered no to the red flag questions, then we can move forward. Here's the truth. We don't know if a relationship or anything is 100,000% right. We don't know if the place that you're living in right now is 100% right. We don't know if the career you're in is 100% right. We don't know ever for 100% certainty if anything is truly right. Now, there may be fear in that, but there can also be excitement in that. Because you get to choose and you get to decide and you get to play around with making things right for you. Alexis and I always say that a healthy relationship is not absent of any difficulties or problems. Every relationship will have its own issues. Every relationship may have some toxic traits. Every relationship may have some incompatibilities. Every relationship may have some communication styles that are just not working. Every relationship will have its own flaws, will have its own difficulties, and we need to cut out the bullshit that a relationship, if it's right, will be perfect, because it is not. There is no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing as a relationship or a partner being 100% perfect. So here is my approach. And here is our Awaken into Love approach. If your relationship does not have any of those red flags that I talked about in the beginning of the video, if your partner is willing to grow with you, you're willing to grow as an individual and as a couple, then what an incredible opportunity to use what you think is wrong as a way to step into what is right by growing and expanding individually and as a couple together. So to conclude this video, I would invite you to just close your eyes for a moment as I ask you these specific questions. What if it wasn't about wrong or right in a relationship, but more about how you're using the situation in front of you, using it as a way to awaken and to grow together, to heal and expand into love with your partner, and most importantly with yourself? What if wrong and having a couple of wrong things within a relationship is just part of being in a partnership? That there will be things within a relationship that will never be perfect. Things that will never 100% feel great or 100% compatible. What if wrong was just an opportunity for you to deepen your relationship with yourself and also with your partner? What if you could use this opportunity to first check in with yourself to see what you may be blocking within yourself, to go into your own individual healing and your own journey? What if the relationship that felt so wrong, disguised in masks of anxiety and fear, were really just guides of messengers to point you back to your relationship of what was really so right? What if? So that's it for today's video. Just as a takeaway for you, to conclude this video, in the beginning you learned more about ROCD and understanding ROCD. And then toward the end I talked to you more on how to know if a relationship is right for you or wrong for you. Understanding red flags can be really helpful when you're navigating relationship OCD. Remember to see if you can bring some grayness when you're experiencing ROCD. Not everything in life is black or white. And if your partner and if you are willing to grow together, to expand together, then what a beautiful opportunity to awaken into love. If you are new, feel free to download the free ROCD checklist. You can find that at awakenintolove.com. And if you want more information and you want to find freedom from ROCD, feel free to join our incredible course, an incredible community of people from all around the world, rocdcourse.com. That's it for today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night, morning, and week. I'll talk to y'all soon. Here's to being human, everyone. Bye-bye.